Hello guys, Jamboo here and welcome to my first custom tactics video of FC26, and it is not a 4-2-1-3, believe it or not. Music to my ears. I'm not going to pretend this is much better though. It's very broken, to be honest with you, but I'm here to help you guys get wins. I would appreciate a like on the video. Let's try and smash 200 likes. I would appreciate that a hell of a lot. Subscribe for the best tactics on YouTube and also tutorials in order to help you get better. Hit that sub button right now and let's get into the video. If you're looking for the cheapest FC26 coins to build your super team, then look no further than MMOEXP.com. You can use code JAMBOO for 8% off the already cheapest coins. Okie dokie then, so I'm going to show you guys my team. I'm currently in Div 3 of Rivals, I believe, which at this point in the game is essentially the Elite Division. It's like where all the pros and stuff are currently. This is my team, and as you can see, it is a 4-2-3-1 wide variation. Now, let me explain to you guys what actually makes this formation the best, in my opinion, and what a lot of pros are using in the game at the moment. So obviously, you've got your back four. You'll see how we set that up. You've got two defensive midfielders, which I think for the state the game's in right now, and I'm not saying it's an awful state or anything, but I just mean literally the state of it in terms of how good attacking is right now compared to defending. You need all the defensive support you can get, which is why having those two defensive mids is super, super useful. You've got the cam, which on this game, you've probably noticed, they're just constantly free. Like, if you have any sort of counter-attack or anything like that, you will see, and if you haven't yet, just look at your mini-map. Your cam always takes up a spot where he's completely unmarked. So you can do, like, driven passes into feet, little chipped balls into your cam. They are always just standing with no one there. The defenders do not mark them at all. So having a cam is also useful. You've got a left and a right mid. And the beauty of these guys is you're going to be able to use inside forward on them, but when you're defending, they're going to tuck in like a left and right mid normally would. So again, some extra defensive support compared to if you were using, say, a 4-2-1-3, where you have wingers. You actually get these guys coming back a lot more often, which is super useful. And then the only weakness of the formation is you just have the one striker up top, but I mean, if this formation somehow had two up top, it would be pretty damn ridiculous. But in terms of the actual tactics we're using, I will show you guys. So 4-2-3-1 wide, balance on the build-up, 70 on the depth. I actually got these tactics recommended to me from Tass, who is now back on YouTube. So feel free to check his channel out if you haven't already. And we've got the 70 depth here, which I'm not too sure yet, you know, at the moment, what the actual best is for these. I'm sure it will come out in the following days. There is a big pro, like, tournament today, the ladder. So there's going to be some new things that come to light from that, I'm sure. But 70 depth for now, balance on the build-up. I've tried all the build-up styles, and I still feel like balanced is good. I do quite like short passing this year. But I've noticed as soon as you play anyone good, it's just not, you know, quite as good as balanced in my opinion. And then we have our player roles here. So I've obviously got my sweeper keeper. Done that purely because he just has ++ on the roll. 2 defender on the centre-back. And then as much as I didn't want to do this because I really wanted to utilise like my ++ rolls because I think it makes a big difference. But for me right now, I cannot use anything other than fullback defend. Like, for me, if I'm using anything else, and I'm sure you guys have felt the same, you just get absolutely ripped to bits on the counter-attack. Like, it isn't even funny. You get torn to shreds if your fullback even thinks about stepping up the pitch. Even at the best of times, defending is impossible on this game at the minute. You need every little bit of help you can get. So, fullback defend. That is the way I'm going right now. I have 2 deep line playmakers, and I've sort of picked them for the ++ roles because, if I'm honest, I do think holding is probably slightly better, just having them sat there at all times. But when I've got Gerrard and Rodri ++ on deep line playmaker, I don't really want to waste it. So that is what we've got there. I should probably put them on to defend. We will try that, but it is nice sometimes having them in the support as well. But defend deep line playmaker if you've got the roles, or if not, 2 holding midfielders is probably the way to go here. We've got a shadow striker on the cam, and shadow striker I think is going to be the meta, at least for how the game is right now, with how difficult it is to defend. Shadow Striker is just broken on this game. Like, again, Messi does have a different role. His is half winger, which is actually okay, by the way. I have tried it out. But Shadow Striker is just different level. Like, they pick up those pockets of space. You have an extra man running into the box when your camp doesn't have the ball. And it's just very, very effective. We've got 2 inside forwards, of course. Ever since inside forwards came into FC, it's just been so meta for wide players. I don't know of anybody who's running just like winger. Normally, like last year, I would have liked to use attack, but again, I will reiterate, on this game, you need every little bit of defensive help you can get. So I recommend balance. They're just going to get back a little bit and help out more. And then I do think advance forward, if you have someone who has the plus role, is probably the best way to go. But whilst I've got Openda, who somehow, by the way, is an 83 rated, who has Poacher plus plus. It's very unique because it says in the description of the player roles that plus plus is if you're a world-class player. 83 rating to me doesn't scream world class, but it's whatever. This Openda is extremely good, so I'm running Poacher plus plus on him. And those are the tactics, guys. It's very good overall. You sort of drop back fairly deep and you have your wingers back. You have your 2 CDMs there. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's difficult to break it down, because I think if somebody had 20 players in defence on this game, you could still break their defence down with the R1 dribbling and through balls and stuff. But it's about as good hope as you're going to get of being able to actually set up a steady defence. And then going forward, it's very good as well. Obviously, you're packing the midfield with 3 here. You can attack from wide, which on this game is just super good. Like, cutbacks are extremely broken. You're going to be able to use your R1 dribbling with your wingers and just create from there. Your striker's going to run in behind. A really good way of scoring in this formation is if you're on sort of a counter attack, you can driven pass into your cam and go for a first time through ball, not over the top, but on the floor this year. And that seems to work really well. I've scored quite a few times by doing that exact phase of play. So yeah, I mean, right now I'm sat here hoping like for some SBCs or something, or even in Evo, you know, where I can turn Frimpong and Kirkes into actual fullbacks who have the plus role, because I think that'll help a lot for now. But other than that, not much more to say. If you made it this far, I would appreciate if you left a like on the video. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck defending on this game, because I'm telling you, man, it's a headache. But I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.